The courtroom might as well have been the kitchen at the Rotundo family home earlier today. You can see just how strong the wind has been over the past 24 hours, pushing stacks of ice up along the entire shoreline here, as high as 6 feet in some areas. You can see the roots jutting out of it, and this tree is not the only one in this neighborhood. It was a treacherous walk up the stairs to the second level of the Carrier Dome here as the snow continues to fall, and it's making some people reconsider their approach at the pump. This has been the view from the Burnett Park Golf Course on the city's west side since the dome opened in 1980. While it's helpful to know all the right places to check on your own, Mulhern suggests taking the car to your local mechanic for a second opinion and some peace of mind. The back of his truck is about 2 times as full as a normal day. Some of the most intense localized flooding I saw was here in the valley. I'm standing on Cindy and David Shaka's back porch, and I want to give you a chance to see what they've been dealing with all morning. A year after Seth Collier was hit and killed walking home from work, his mother stands at the intersection where he died with an update on their family's fight for change.
He was my baby. You know, he was my kid. You're taught always to protect your kids. Well, I can't protect him anymore, but I can sure try to protect somebody else's kid.
Newly released surveillance video shows the driver, Peter Rausch, enjoying the 17 drinks he had before hitting Collier. It also shows him pulling into the Pastime Athletic Club parking lot minutes after the crash. His behavior telling to Special Prosecutor Greg Oakes and Seth's mother.
Never once has he walked to the front of the vehicle. Never once has he checked for damage. What that's told me from day one is he knew how bad it was.
He didn't even check the damage on his car. He paced back and forth for a few minutes and then he fled.
A drunk driver killing an 18-year-old is bad enough, but it's what Rausch and his friends didn't do that Oakes says sticks with him.
There's a DA investigator there. There's a fireman there, and there was a stripper. And the only person who had the decency enough to stop was the stripper.
Seth's law is a step in the right direction, harsher punishments for those who leave a fatal scene. But Oakes says it doesn't go far enough to punish those who drive drunk.
Somebody drives away from a fatal accident. Under the proposed legislation, they could get 5 to 15 years. But if they stay at the scene, they're going to get 2 1/3 to 7 years at max. It's perverse.
It may be just a step, but it's a big one for those fighting for it.
Something in his honor, you know, something that we worked so darn hard for. And again, because this place needs change.
The symbol means family. It's part of the uniform of brotherhood. This morning, dozens of Syracuse firefighters waited outside of Upstate University Hospital to help send home one of their own.
It's humbling. It really is. But I'm in the fire department, obviously, and it's just firefighters all over the whole country. This is what they do.
Watertown firefighter T.G. Kolb was seriously injured when a wall collapsed while fighting a warehouse fire last month.
It lets you know that, you know what, we do this so much for so many strangers, and now we got to take care of our own, and unfortunately, I'm the one that they're taking care of right now, but it definitely helps the healing process.
He's been recovering in the hospital since, his wife Andrea right by his side.
It's still a good feeling though. Yeah, we definitely need to get him home.
The gesture from Syracuse Fire went beyond what the Kolbs imagined.
I envisioned a couple of trucks and some firemen and my husband. I really didn't anticipate all this, to be honest, so we're very humbled, very thankful.
Local union president Paul Motondo says this is simply what firefighters do.
And there's a bond between us. It's a family. It's an extended family. And that's what we're doing here today.
Multiple agencies pitched in over the past few weeks, helping the Kolb family with meals and places to stay while their hero recovered miles from home.
I think we made him feel at home, and we wish him the best.
With more rehab in his future, this is just a step in treatment. But more than a month after starting his shift, firefighter T.J. Kolb is headed home. Reporting in Syracuse, I'm Justin Page. Dustin Mondix may still be in the hospital, but on senior night at Moravia High School, number 40 was everywhere.
Number 40, Dustin Mondix.
Dustin was Skyped into the gym where his family and teammates exchanged hugs and flowers.
It was just absolutely amazing. It made me cry.
Dustin's mom, Edie Inman, knows it's a moment her son won't soon forget.
Oh my gosh, he was psyched, as he would say, psyched.
Even cracking jokes on his teammates from his hospital bed.
Even though you guys thought you got rid of me, I'm still here.
Head coach Todd Mulvaney says if his team needed any extra motivation, they got it.
the hair on the back of my neck still standing up. It was really cool to see him, you know, especially in the gym.
Faced with a test no team should have to face, he says his guys came together.
It hasn't been easy, but we fought through the ups and downs, and we just kept believing and knowing he was going to be back. And tonight it was a perfect exclamation point for senior night.
Before tip-off, the Blue Devils went over to Dustin, one of their captains, for one last-minute pep talk. Based on our talk with Dustin last week, it could have gone something like this.
They were winning, I'm keep winning over here.
It worked. Dustin's energy helped propel Moravia to a 63-41 win. And according to Dustin's mom, he's keeping up his end of the deal as well.
Honestly, for everything that he's been through, and he's coming home in 40-some days, it's unbelievable. He's a miracle. He is just a miracle.
Dustin is scheduled to come home later next week. Reporting in Moravia, I'm Justin Page.